All right, one of two announcements. What has happened is, as time has gone on and bandwidth has gotten longer, a lot of people have migrated from blogging to podcasting, YouTubing now. Now, the majority of my audience is on YouTube, and because of going to YouTube houses and all that other stuff, I have not really paid attention much to my blog. But many years ago, before you knew Cappy in his digital video form, Cappy was a writer, and he has a blog, CaptainCapitalism.blogspot.com. And thankfully, I've been able to get back to writing a little bit. And I wrote two quality pieces. The first one I'm going to mention is Man's Purpose in Western Civilization as it pertains to today. This was originally an email response to a client. I had anonymized it and everything, so there's no particular details there. But I realized, especially in light of Fred's self-deletion a week or two ago in the video that we did, that a lot of Western men, or men who may not be from Western civilization, but are in Western civilization, particularly immigrants, obviously, you're like, what the heck is going on? This is mentally ill. This is effed up. And the client wanted to know how to deal with his nihilism because he's got everything squared away. And I won't mention what, but he has a profession. He's got all of his basic Maslow's hierarchy and needs done. And now it's time to enter the self-esteem or social acceptance and inevitably to self-actualization. He's like, this requires participating in society, and society is mentally impaired. It's messed up. Very messed up. I'm not saying that like, ooh, society's messed up, I'm the only one. No, society is mentally ill. There is very little reason you would want to. Do you want to go play Dungeons and Dragons with the 27-year-old autist that cry? Do you want to go to the Walmart and ask out the fat people? Where would you like to participate? You tell me where you find agency and purpose in this society. And since the concluding overall arcing point of that video was to find purpose and reason to live, find purpose and reason, period, because then that will very likely result in you not wanting to end yourself, I kind of delved into addressing this young man and took the most direct, clear written. When you write, you can be very choice with your words instead of meandering with it, which is what radio and video is. Anyway, so the link to that article is down below. Don't expect me to, for those of you regular blog readers, I'm not going back full time. It's just I've had some time. Things are finally kind of getting back to normal. I'd like to be able to write more, but it may unfortunately become like your gallbladder or a rare thing. Now, that being said, for those of you who like to read, I've been blogging since 2004, and there's some of my best writing is in my blog. It isn't always a book or a one topic thesis in the form of a book or a publication. And so if you like short reads, I mean, less than 30 minutes, less than 15 minutes, I do have best of books where I consolidated and backed up my books in book form. The links to all of those are below the link to the article. And that is Captain Capitalism Top Shelf, Captain Capitalism Reserved, Love Letters to the Left, and then a short one, which I tried to fashion after like a Playboy magazine where I do have a model. She's dolled up in lingerie and something even more risque, 1950s dresses in various states of posing. You mean compromising? No, she's like holding a tray of cookies and cooking in front of an oven. Yes, I know. As edgy as Playboy used to be. Now it's just woke and conformist. That one, I'm one of more prouder works because it was not just economic analysis. It's economic analysis, and the model we had, very nice lady. She dolled up, dressed cute and all that. Would like to do that more, but as you know, finding reliable women to pose and PG-13 essentially is almost impossible. But those books, if you wanted more deep reading material, those are very few people know that I have them. Very few people know that I have them, but they're there. And some of my best writing. And just to make sure it was very cappy, I made sure to leave all my typos and mistakes in there because I was not going to edit. I'm like, nope, here they are. Boom, done. It even says, I think in one of them, if you are the type that is more concerned about typos and grammar than you are ideas, this book is not for you. You're a moron. And you should become an English teacher. So there you go. I'll be announcing another video. Oh, and that's what I was saying is, so now I gotta kind of announce on my YouTube channel. Oh, I wrote a post. Maybe go check it out. In the olden times, in the good times, I had a guy I could rely on to record and turn my written articles into YouTube videos, and that's gone. that guy, he had emotional problems. I'm not in a good space. It's like, dude, you're a 26-year-old male. You got someone offering you like employment online where you could be paid $25 an hour. You can work from anywhere in the world, and you have problems. Let me tell you where I was when I was 25. Oh, 1099. I recognize that. D. Hunsacker, 2012, part of the 1099 Superior race. Thanks, Cappy. 2 questions. Do you have a set schedule for live streaming? No. Yeah, I thought you would have picked up on that by now. No, I have. I should. I know that's one of those things like more professional people do, like Rich Cooper, Rollo, Ryan, Jack. Well, pretty much anyone. Honestly, my life is chaotic enough that, and I do other things behind the scenes. People don't. It's not like I'm hiding anything. You're just not saying, building a house, things like that, moving, taking care of this dog. I really. And you got to feel it, man. You got to feel it. Like you want to be a go on and yell and scream. But it really is more of a schedule thing. I don't like having a schedule. That is people say Modern Life, John is right. Rich, you can make a lot more money. Yes, I could. That is not worth it to me. I like having one of the best benefits. One of the greatest assets is my freedom from a tethered schedule, being tethered or anchored to a schedule. Like I get pissed now if I have like today I got to go consult a guy. I'm like, oh, I hate. That's why I charge. But honestly, why I charge so much for one-on-ones, because you are now forcing me to be at a place at a time. That really is a burr in my daily enjoyment of life saddle. 2, how do become a common? How do you become uncommon? Was about to watch your vid on traits to become a real man. There's no. Okay, here's what it is, D. Hunsacker. How do I become an independent person? How do I become independent minded? And the millennials' answers was, I'm going to tattoo my face, pierce my face, and dye my hair crazy. Oh, and I'm going to have cool that's going to make me unique. Yet the problem is that made you a conformist. If you have to ask, how do I become uncommon? Which is somewhat different than a real man, then you do what you want to do. Find out what you want to do and then go do that. And then don't care about what other people do. Because most people are programmed to want what they want. I mean, my God, again, I'm going to keep pointing this out. They convinced now a third full generation of women that they should not want to have children and that they should go work and pay taxes instead. The penury of K through death education and career. Now there's evidence indicating that women never really liked guys that much to begin with and were somehow oppressed or captured by them because they relied on them. And I'm entertaining that a little bit more than the average person might consider. But if we're to step back and just assume you convince people that working and paying taxes was more important than your children. All right, that's most people. They convince men that women like soft, sensitive, caring 90s men. They convinced men to, instead of go out and adventure and get in fights and some scrapes with one another, to sit and play video games. Right? They've convinced people that you don't have to work for a living and society will somehow just go on just fine. Just fine. People are convinced of this. But in terms of character formation, they've convinced nearly everyone to watch the Pointy Chair Show or the Squid Game show or the whatever you're told to watch show. Ooh, the movies are out. Ooh, watch the show, watch the movies. Everyone go to college. They've convinced nearly. Oh, you want the SUV. You want the cool clothes and threads. You really want a Lamborghini. Those are the normal people. Everyone who's getting tattoos, everyone's going to college, everyone's doing exactly what they were told to do. And not a single one of them asked, what do I want? Because that takes too much effort and energy. They just, this is why I get pissed off with people going, help me, Obi-Wan Cappy, you're my only hope. Because they're lazy, worthless people who don't want to put in the effort to do the most basic of minimum things. And that is figure out what they want to do in life. And that's why I charge so much. So that is what you need to do. And if you do that, you're in the top 5% of people. Certainly in the West, if you figure out what you want to do, and then you will be uncommon. because you could almost list a book. I mean, kind of a proxy, although it'd be funny to show what robots are programmed to like. Go watch. I think it's the website. What things white people like. You know, it's kind of, I like it. It's grad school, the library. It's true. But if you go out and do what you want, I guarantee you'll be uncommon. And then as to whether you're a real man, that's different. That's like, do you live off of other people? And are you going out doing your own thing? That's it. That's what a real man is. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.